Hey guys, thought I'd come outside again. It's a beautiful day. Seems like the lighting and the video looks better out here in the sunlight and stuff anyway. But I wanted to update you guys first of all on Kirk's double shift situation that I shared with y'all last time. I went ahead and took the video down because it's old news now and I'm sharing the update about it. Well, he did end up having to work the double shift on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday he got off. Saturday he usually doesn't have off. He usually has to work a full day or at least part of the day. He almost never gets Saturday off. I'm assuming that Pop did that because of him having to work a double shift the day before and give him a chance to rest, I guess. But it was a blessing that came out of a bad situation for us, to be able to have Kirk home for 2 days straight, or the whole weekend. But as far as this week, so far he hasn't had to work another double shift. Kirk's expecting that he might have to this coming Friday, but we're not sure. I don't know how they've worked that out, but so far that's where we're at. I'll update you guys more as time goes on. Just, keep praying about it. I don't know if they've found more help or, just Pop's managed to figure something out. So, also I wanted to tell you guys that it's kind of funny and it's weird. It's funny, but it's not funny. Actually, we've got some rats up in our attic and also in the walls of the house. Kirk's done put some rat poison up there, but so far I don't think that it's done any good. While Kirk and them were asleep at night and I'm reading my book for a little while before going to bed, or while they're all gone and I'm by myself alone at the house and everything's quiet, I hear them gnawing and scratching and just disturbing things up in the attic. Sometimes it sounds like they're knocking stuff down. And I don't know, it's like my biggest fear is that they're going to gnaw a hole in the wall and end up in the house. Kirk saw them. He knows they're rats. He says that's what I suspected. He says, they were rats, and he told me that they were pretty big size. They weren't no little small ones. So I'm like, oh, great. And then he's worried too about them chewing the wires in the walls and then up in the attic and stuff and causing a fire. And I'm like, oh, lovely. So I'm praying that God will take care of these little creatures that he's created, the rats, and command them to leave my house. I do not want them here. And you would think we live in a country. We just got rid of a raccoon because it got hit in the street, and now we've got rats, and it's just like one thing after the other. But we don't live in the country. We live in the city, and hence the other part of what I wanted to share with you guys. There's these couple of girls that Cheyenne's been playing with from the neighborhood, and that also go to school with her. One of the girls is in 4th grade, and her sister's in the 2nd grade. And they've known each other for a good several months now. Not quite an entire year yet. And when they first moved here, their daddy had an incident. A whole bunch of the neighborhood kids were over here at my house playing. Thank goodness they were at my house playing, because there were some gunshots that had gone off, and kind of find out it was coming from the little girl's house, the 2 sisters. Their names are Cecilia and Jariah. And that was when they first moved here. Well, the reason I mention that is because recently, months later, with no incident, suddenly we have one again here recently. This, I think it was Sunday night, as a matter of fact. Kirk and I just got home from church and sat down at the computer and we're looking at some stuff online and stuff together. And we heard these pow, 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 sounds, and it's one thing when you hear it maybe 2, 3 streets down. And Kirk went outside and he came back in and he says, "You're not gonna believe it." He says, "It's over there at Cecilia and them's house." He said there was some guys in like a SUV of some sort, and then her dad came out and was shooting back at them, and then they drove off real fast and everything. And then some few minutes later or so, the couple of cop cars came over and they talked to her dad and this, that, and the other. And that, needless to say, had everybody around here pretty nervous. My daughter goes over there or used to, I'm not allowing her to right now, used to go over there and play with the 2 girls, and I was worried about the 2 girls in the house and their baby brothers. They got 2 baby brothers there in the house. Well, the next day I found out that he had to hide them in the closet, and they were fine, and they've taken some clothes with them for school, and either gone with a family member or something so they're not there at the house. So he's there, but at least they're out of harm's way. And the next day, during the afternoon, these same guys or some other guys came on foot and were across the street from his house, just making a scene, mouthing off at him, trying to pick a fight. And here he comes running out the door. Looks like he's hiding something. Like one of the girls I was with at the time, one of the neighbors, they were helping this guy who's fixing to rent a house right across the street from this guy. They were helping him paint the house. She says, "It looks like an umbrella. It's not a gun." He's like, "Well, how are those guys supposed to know?" They could have pulled out a gun thinking he's got a gun, because all you can tell is, he's hiding something. It came out there and was yelling right back at him and this, that, and the other. And I mean, I'm worried about the kids in the neighborhood, being a mom, And I told him that, I was asking him later when things cooled down and they were all gone and the cops were gone, and I was like, "Man, you alright?" And I was like, we got talking, and I told him, I was like, I was worried about the girls, and that's when he told me that he had them, somewhere else safe. So just some things that y'all can help me in praying for this family, protection for this family. I'm also praying that he'd have some wisdom, to get out of the situation that he's in and the things that he's doing that, might be causing some problems. Don't need to go into detail of that. I mean, I think it's kind of obvious it's gang or drug related, who knows, but that he needs to get out of the situation and not be involved with these people anymore. It's dangerous for his family, it's dangerous for him, it's dangerous for everyone else in this neighborhood. And so anyways, y'all have a blessed rest of the week, and I will talk to you guys soon and share more with you when I have something to share. Alright, bye bye. God bless.